The way you communicate can make or break your career. Whatever your job title, whatever your life circumstances, and whoever you are, the way you communicate can be your superpower. And your ability to adapt to different communication styles can determine your success in life. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm a public speaking and communication coach, and I'm here to enhance your communication skills so that you are not only heard by the people around you, but also, and most importantly, seen and understood. Today, we will be looking at why understanding workplace communication styles is crucial for advancing your career and also your personal life. Everyone has a dominant communication style, but most people never stop to analyze whether it's actually helping them or going against them. Have you ever felt like a colleague wasn't listening to you even though they nodded and smiled? You know, that absent-minded look? Or maybe you've been in a meeting where someone seemed impatient as you explained your idea. That disconnect that you feel, it happens when communication styles don't align. Because yes, everyone has a communication style, and the key to becoming a great communicator is this: adaptability. And if you're here to understand what your communication style and how to better deal with people's communication styles in the workplace, you're in the right place. Understanding workplace communication styles is essential, not only for professionals and entrepreneurs, but especially for leaders who want to enhance their competitiveness through better collaboration with others by building stronger teams and avoiding critical communication misunderstandings. It is, and you've got it right, my friend, also one of the fastest ways to boost productivity, resolve conflicts, and ensure that your message gets across clearly. So stick around for this whole video, because mastering these different styles will allow you to communicate in a way that resonates not only with you, but also with others, rather than just hoping and praying they understand you through sheer luck. You are here to stop leaving your communication and potential impact to luck, to take control and to master it, to become a better communicator. And you can trust me on this, my friend. The best communicators don't just express their thoughts and wait for magic to happen. They analyze and adapt their message to their audience so that they create the magic. You create your own luck, as Harvey Dent from Dark Knight would say. Let's begin at the beginning. There are 4 dominant communication styles in the workplace, and each one has its strengths and its weaknesses. And by learning what they are, recognizing them, and knowing how to adapt to these styles, I guarantee it will make you a more effective communicator and leader. Let's start with the one style of communicators a lot of us struggle with, especially if you're an entrepreneur and leader with a head full of dreams, ideas, and visions, and are passionate about what you do. Meet our communication type number 1, the analytical communicator. You know them, and we've all got them around us. The analytical communicators focus on facts, numbers, and data. They value precision and are skeptical of emotional arguments. They're untouched by stories and find them suspicious because they get the feeling that you're drowning the fish in them and are too passionate and not rational enough. If you work with someone like this, you'll notice that they always ask for proof, references, statistics, prefer structured conversations, and dislike vague language. Here, if you're pitching an idea to an analytical CEO, saying this will improve efficiency won't convince them. But if you say this project will increase productivity by 12% based on our last quarter's performance data, now you've got their attention. This is how you adapt your language to an analytical type of communicator. First, use clear, factual statements based on researched proof, preferably by several sources, and avoid emotional appeals. Secondly, always be prepared with data to back up your claims and keep conversations structured, concise, and to the point. Talking to an analytical communicator without data is like trying to convince a scientist with gut feelings. Yeah, it doesn't work very well. They always will ask for evidence, so have it ready in your back pocket when you're presenting, and you'll never come to another meeting unprepared again. Alright, now let's move on to our second type of communicator, the personal communicator. Personal communicators prioritize feelings, relationships, and connection. They listen carefully. They are usually quite sensitive and emotionally intelligent. They notice how people feel, they highly dislike conflict, and they prefer collaborative and constructive conversations. While they build great rapport, they might struggle in environments where logic outweighs emotions. They are the feeling types and trust their instincts rather than their logic. With these communicators, the first impressions are key. They will base their decision on how they feel about you and if they trust you. on how you are and how you say things, rather than what you say and who you are. So, when speaking with a personal communicator, a manager giving feedback will have better results if they frame what they're about to say relationally, in a feeling, emotional way. Instead of saying your numbers are below target, which will be far too abrupt for the personal communicator and will block them instantly, say something more like this. I know you care about delivering great results because you always have in the past. I've noticed it was a little bit down lately though, and I was wondering if everything was okay. Do you know of any way that we could work together to improve these numbers? Here's how to adapt to a personal communicator. Focus on relationship building. Use empathetic language. Recognize and share your feelings. Don't blame them. That is the best way to keep them at distance. Recognize their need for connection and teamwork, and especially allow space for open discussion rather than just delivering facts. That is, if you want to get anything from the personal communicator type at all. You can think of personal communicators as bridges. Without them, workplaces would be cold and disconnected and transactional. They bring life to the workplace, but that life, as all life is, always, it's flexible and it needs attention and care, just like a plant. If they feel seen, you've got them, and they will follow you till the end. Have you recognized yourself yet in any of these 2 communication styles we've seen so far? Let me know in the comments below. Now that we've seen our 2 first communication types of the 4 that we're seeing today, the analytical and the personal types, let's move on to our 3rd communication type, the intuitive type. Intuitive communicators focus on vision, on strategy, on overarching goals. They dislike getting bogged down in details and prefer high-level conversations that focus on results. They move fast, they get impatient with long explanations, and thrive in creative problem solving. Here, if you're in a situation where you're presenting a project update to an intuitive communicator, don't start with minor details. Instead of, we've implemented 3 software updates and here's how they work, say something more like this. We've streamlined the software, making it twice as fast and easier to use. This is how we did it. Bottom line up front. The BLUFF acronym works best here. This BLUFF technique is this: your conclusion, then the illustration. Intuitive communicators want to know exactly where they're going from the get-go. They don't like suspense, they don't like surprises. Keep them in the loop and tell them you've received the message and we'll get back to them. This is how you adapt to an intuitive communicator. Get to the point quickly. Emphasize the big picture before explaining the details, avoid overwhelming them with step-by-step processes, and be flexible and open to fast-paced decision-making. They are problem solvers, not engineers. Talking to an intuitive communicator with too much detail is like giving a GPS user a 100-page country map instead of an easy step-by-step, turn-by-turn directions. Not only will they feel lost and overwhelmed, it will also frustrate and anger them, which is a very difficult position to put a listener into if you want them to say yes to you. How's it going out there? Are you still with me? To get to know your communication style, I've dropped a communication quiz in the description below. Make sure you grab it before you go to know which communication type you are and how to better adapt to others. Also, just for fun, if you've made it this far, comment this emoji in the comments below and let me know. Right. Let's wrap this up with our last communication type of today's video, the functional communicator. Functional communicators are process-oriented and detail-focused. They thrive on structure, order, and thorough explanations. They prefer step-by-step processes, detailed plans, and well-documented workflows. While they ensure nothing gets overlooked, they may struggle in environments that require fast, flexible decisions. In this scenario, if you are dealing with a functional communicator and give them vague instructions like, just handle it, they will feel lost. Instead, saying something more like this: here's how I want it to look when it's done. Here's a step-by-step guide to get to it, along with the timeline and key milestones. Now this, my friend, is how you talk to a functional communicator. And this way of engaging with them will not only make them feel comfortable and more empowered, it will make them want to climb walls and jump fences with you. So here's how to adapt to a functional communicator. Provide structured, detailed information. Avoid rushing them through processes, accompany them, and make sure they're following. Otherwise, they just won't do it well, and you'll have to explain it all over again, which is a double waste of time for you and for them. Give clear guidelines and expectations. A good thing to use here is Brene Brown's paint done for functional communicators. She uses this wording to explain plainly and simply how she wants things to look when they're done and what she needs the job to fulfill. Therefore, the person in front of her knows exactly what to do and what information to focus on to answer her specific needs for that particular project. What do you want the room to look like when the paint is done? And lastly, be patient when they need extra time for thorough planning. Time you spend explaining more clearly is time you won't be spending repeating yourself and getting frustrated over wasted time. Functional communicators are like architects. They build strong foundations so nothing collapses. But they need time and structure to do it well. Every centimeter counts. All right, we're all done here, my friend. Now that you know the 4 workplace communication styles, which one do you think you are? Are you analytical, personal, intuitive, or functional? Maybe a mixture of several? Which one is your dominant one? Or maybe some more than others, depending on the context. Yes, we are complex beings, my friend, and we do shift, mix, and match, constantly adapting to the situation, but also to the people around us. We are social animals after all. One of our life priorities is to feel like we belong, so we do adapt. Recognizing your own style will help you become more self-aware, and understanding others' types will make you a more effective communicator. You will, in every situation, depending on all the people you might be talking to, be able to shift and switch to better adapt to the way your listener better understands things. And therefore, it will make you become a better communicator, and therefore, you will be better understood and so much more efficient at work. It will save time and energy, believe me. The best communicators don't just talk, they adjust their approach based on who they're speaking to. When you're able to do this, you build stronger teams, reduce misunderstandings, and make your workplace communication more productive and more engaging. If you want to continue learning about communication, check out the video that next pops up on your screen and subscribe to this channel for more advice. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and take care. Follow your passion and speak up. Ciao, ciao.